Cheers guys, going to crack open this Heartland beer from Kieran. It's my favourite beer. It's a nice way to christen the weekend. With this wonderfully malty beer. I think you can only get it in Japan, sadly, so guys, I'm going to drink it on your behalf. Cheers guys. Worth the wait, that's for sure. So, guys, look, there's actually nothing that I can show you this week, unfortunately, that I have done. I've done only work and no play this week, unfortunately. But I do want to highlight some amazing people in my Patreon community this time and give them a shout out on what they've been doing, as they're pretty productive through the week and they entertain me with lots of photos in our hobby hangouts section here on Patreon. So I want to give them a bit of a shout out today. So that's going to be the sort of the main topic of our Thank Gork It's Friday. I hope you have been entertained or entertaining yourself with projects you're working on. And for those who are in the Call of the Crown Challenge, I hope you've really kept motivated and that you're almost finishing up, because now it's the 28th when I'm recording this. And sadly, I'm going to have to bow out with a mulligan for this month. And I think next month, I don't think I'm going to get an entry in, because I've got quite a lot of painting to do for myself in order to get a battle report ready up and running for the end of December, early January. So I'm going to be absolutely flat out next month, and also with work as well, with the commission work coming in for Eavylead Studios. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to wrap up before the end of the year and get people happy with some Christmas presents under their tree. So I'm in high demand at the moment, so that's good. I'm really happy about that. And I just want to have a bit of a shout out to one of our latest patrons, and that is Daniel Schmidt. So Daniel, if you're watching this, I know he signed up and said he really liked the Thank Gork It's Friday, mate. So cheers to you. I really appreciate your patronage, and we're going to go through your classic White Dwarf 164. So we're going to go through issue 164 for my first White Dwarf. We haven't actually covered it yet, but yeah, it's got some cool articles in there, so I'm really looking forward to going over that with Daniel at some point, probably in December. I will try to deliver you some more video content. We've got a lot of splatter-natters, coming up. Got one on Facebook this weekend with my good mate Brad at Cast Dice Podcast. So we sort of connected through the week, and we had been planning to do a podcast together. And I said, well, you've got a pro account for StreamYard. Why don't we do something with that? And he's paying quite a lot of money per year to have that thing. So let's utilize it, and let's try doing it on Facebook this time. So he wanted me to host first, and then once he gets to grip with the how to set it up and everything, I think his followers would really appreciate communicating and contacting him and being able to message him and talk to him directly in a live stream in the future. So I'm really looking forward to that. We just had our splatter natter with Scott at Black Arrow Mini, so I really urge you to go and check that out. That was about like an hour stream talking about his website at Black Arrow Minis. He's my sponsor, so if you want to support the channel, please consider purchasing something from Scott's website. He's a really, really nice guy, and bless Gork for Scott. So cheers, mate. That's another good reason to drink some ale. To toast you for that one, because yeah, I'm really glad that we've got to meet and become good friends because of that. So, and he's like one of my other patrons have noted in the one of the comments there that his service and how he expedites orders is very professionally done, and you get your order in a very timely fashion, packaged very, very well. So yeah, hopefully you can make use of the Black Arrow Mini's website. There was something else I really wanted to go through. That was my HeroQuest box. I haven't really gone through that, so I might do that as a midweek video if I have time this week, and we might go through some other publications if we have time. Maybe Dr. Spork wants to come back, and we'll go over some of the fantasy war game publications What else was there? The 40k, was it Warhammer 40,000 Battles book? I think it was. It's got some battle reports in there and White Dwarf articles, a bit like Chronicles of War, but for 40k second edition. So it looked quite interesting to cover. And there might have been something else in there as well, but I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, collecting miniatures for Warhammer or something like that. But there's always something interesting to look over, to do, and I want to keep you guys entertained for the month of December. And I've also got the battle report I'm working on now for Man of War. So I'm just now editing that. And that should be up, hopefully, fingers crossed, by Sunday for you guys. So you've at least got one battle report there to watch and enjoy for Man of War. But apart from that, guys, I'll be just looking for content that I can provide for you, some videos I can do. My first White Dwarf, if you want to contact me about doing one of those with me, I'd really greatly appreciate that. I always love doing those with people and covering their first ever White Dwarf magazine. And I hope to do one with Robin Dews. I had contacted him about that, about either his very first White Dwarf that he purchased or the first White Dwarf he worked on, or his favourite White Dwarf that he got to be an editor for and produce during his time at Games Workshop. I think Robin's a fascinating guy, and I love that whole collection of series of White Dwarfs when he was a part of that. And I believe he was the person that instigated the battle reports for White Dwarf magazine as well. So yeah, he was going to get back to me. He hasn't got back to me, but you know how things are. Life gets in the way, work gets in the way, and all those other things that you want to do with other people, collaborate with things, that gets pushed down to the bottom of the pile of things that are most important. As you can see over my shoulder, I've got Warhammer Quest. Now that was a wonderful gift from Black Arrow Minis. It's a part box. It's not complete, and I know Paul's putting his stuff together, so I gave Paul the miniatures that he needed in order to paint it up. So hopefully Warhammer Quest will be on the table, and we can film some parts of that and bring that to the channel at some point. And also some HeroQuest, and I'd love to get the advanced HeroQuest, but that involves a lot of painting to do for the next scenario, the next quest that the guys will be going on. So expect some dungeon delving in 2026 as well as some classic 4th edition and 5th edition Warhammer on the channel at some point soon. Hopefully some epic. Still haven't got a game in this year. Pretty disappointed. So hopefully we'll have some epic to show you in some form. I saw him at Max the other day and he's keen to give it a go. But he's got mostly Titans, so that'd be quite interesting. So Titan Legions with the Titan formations. Let's see how I can cope against that. So yeah. Anyhow, guys, look, let's go into our hobby hangovers. Let's see what the guys have been doing. Hopefully it's going to inspire you with what projects you're working on. And just a massive thanks to all the guys who've been donating all their photos and pictures in our Patreon Hobby Hangouts chat room. Okay, let's go and check them out. So now we're going to go into the hobby hangovers. Our wonderful patrons have been busy through the week doing their hobby. And let's see and give them a shout out. So 80 Wood has been working tirelessly on his Dark Angel army at the moment for Space Hulk and for, I think it's called Warhammer 40k in 40 minutes. Maybe it's a different kind of rule set, quick and easy to play. So he's got some lovely scouts there. Love those guys. And some Terminators and some Marines accompanying his Dark Angel force. He's also got this Gobbler, which is part of his retinue for Mordheim. So 80's doing a lot of gaming now, which is wonderful in Leicester. Found a games club with like-minded people engaging in some wonderful Oldhammer goodness. And Tony L has got this lovely looking goblin holding a lantern, which is quite cool. Love the skull little decoration on the base. And Jim Bob has been busy with his Imperial Guardsmen, so he's quite an Imperial Guardsman fanatic, an avid collector of Imperial Guard, so he's been busy doing that. And there must have been a 25th anniversary Warmaster event somewhere held in the UK, and I think they're playing the Warmaster Revolution set, and Jim got to attend that, and he's provided these wonderful images of some of the games or the main game played on the day, perhaps, with this incredible siege, with siege towers and a castle walls and a city behind the castle walls. Is fantastic. James has been working tirelessly on his amazing epic Blood Angel force, and this is a devastated company which he got through with the help of his little cat there. And he's got some beautiful chapter banners which are awesome on his command units. They look such a striking looking army now. I love how that's turning out. So well done, Jim. And Hans has been handy with doing his banners, hand painting those for his Chaos Dwarves. They look absolutely lovely. And the hands of Hans are here there unbottling or unwrapping a hex pot of Goblin Green, so he knows what's good. Ted Gunnison has been busy converting and painting his herder unit for the Call of the Crown. They look great. I know he's put a lot of work into these. They look fantastic. And Quan has been busy doing his Chaos Dwarves. So he's got the Red Bull Centaur and a Hobgoblin Standard Bearer, which look equally as cool. Johnny Watson has been busy with his Skull Chucker. And I remember seeing that in the 3rd edition rulebook all those years ago. So it's still current today, which is wonderful. And Adam of Doom has been working on his androids, the Chaos androids. Remember those before the Necrons? So for Epic and for 40k for Space Crusade, I believe. And he also picked up these little gems. Now I didn't even know about these. They had Nurglings for Epic Space Marine, which I just didn't know about at all. And Adam's partner in crime, David, in Denmark, has been putting together a host of undead for Warmaster, and Adam's working on his Empire in a sort of private challenge for themselves to get them to play Warmaster next year. Matt W. in the UK has got this classic Citadel colour paint set. I'm sure he just bought it for the Goblin Green paint in that one, so enjoy that, mate. Hope the brush works out well too. And this is what he's done so far. This is fantastic to see and see it evolve over time with Matt's beautiful Night Goblin army. Ed's been working on some Dr. Spork terrain. And why not? They're absolutely glorious, aren't they? With this little orc hut for his Gretchen to inhabit at some point soon. And he's also putting together his orc miniatures that he's been buying and showing off in our hobby hangouts, which is wonderful to see, with some back banners and standard bearers. And Sir Campbell Warwick's working on his Chaos Dwarves of the Call of the Crown, which look fantastic, with some Brawniac and some classic Citadel miniatures in there as well. And Chris Snyder, also from the US, is working on his beautiful, I think they're fantastic, the amount of details putting into those Evil Sons for his epic collection. And Emil from Sydney in Australia is working on his undead stuff for his 3rd edition battles. And I know that he's putting together a little bit of a fanzine for that, which would be very exciting when that comes out. And Ewan Cameron, I think he's from the UK, is putting together an Eldar force, unpainted, of course, unfortunately, but to play with his friend before they move house, to reminisce over the times in the 90s when they played a bit of Floorhammer. And Mattiasson in Sweden has been putting together a wonderful Dogs of War retinue for his Call of the Crown entries, which are fantastic, mate. Stephen found where Johnny lives, Mork Road. So he's got to find Gork Road now, wherever that might be in the UK. But I love that. That was awesome. So thanks for that, Stephen. I love it. And he's also working on some classic Chaos for his, I think, Call of the Crown. So Beastmen, Bloodletters, Chaos Warriors from Battle Masters, Slanesh, Beast Riders. And I just want to say massive thank you to all my patrons who support the Crown of Command and encourage me, if anything, with what they're doing through the week. So I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I haven't even finished my beer yet. So have a great weekend. Hope you enjoy your hobby. Check us out on the Splatter Natter, because I think on this Sunday night at around about 9 p.m. Central European time, I'll have Andrew from his Kickstarter for all those Vermeer type looking models that he's designed himself and put on Kickstarter. So I'm getting together his little a little collage of photos of that Kickstarter. So I look forward to talking to Andrew. Hopefully Johnny can join us for that one and make that a great little splatternatter for you guys to listen to through the week. I've just posted up the latest podcast on the Crown of Command, so please go and check that out, because the guys are doing a series of deep dives into the battle reports for 4th edition at the moment. And this time is the battle for Iron Peak, and I've got a lovely little segment from audio there of Owen Staten reading out the fluff text at the beginning of that particular battle report. So cheers, Owen. Thanks again, mate. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you guys enjoy that through your weekend. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again next Friday. Cheers. Okay, let's go over fuck me, dude.